to Force Ops. Let's learn together. In the last video, we learned about the entire purpose of this particular playlist and why we are doing Copado, and we went through the Copado community online to see the navigations of the community, where we can find the discussion groups, where we can find the academy, how you can check your certifications, how you can go for new certifications. In this video, it will particularly cover how to set up a playground. um, you know uh, talking about playground, it's not very different from, again, that's where I kind of resonated with Salesforce. Like in Salesforce, when you're doing your trailheads, you have your own playground. You can simply spin up a new playground or connect even your dev work from Salesforce into the challenge to kind of see. In Copado Playground, it's not different. It's like it's a playground, right? Without, before production, if you want to test any feature, anything new, you can test it in a playground. If you want to, especially those who don't have an active Copado project, if you want to explore more about Copado, so playground is the place to be. Set up your own playground, risk free, try out things, and then you don't have to be scared of doing anything incorrect. But again, one thing which I emphasize to everyone, whatever you are doing in the playground, just keep documenting for your reference. Keep a catalog for you, and you'll get that ROI. So without any further ado, let's get on to the system. Yeah. All right, we are back onto the system. Let's log into Copado community. Logging in, it's fast. So you need, for the playgrounds, you need to go to training. You'll get my playground space here. You can see your playground. So at the max, you can create 2 playgrounds for community users. So let's see new Copado org. I agree, definitely. Now, Copado Playground, Copado org type, the pipeline configuration, you get usually 2 options. One is Salesforce metadata, one is source format. There's other option as skip pipeline, in which you need to configure everything manually. So, that's another purpose. Like for Copado, I don't see much materials in source format, and that's why I am interested to show more. It'll make more difference and awareness if I'll do it with source format. So even, people are migrating from metadata format to the source format, and that's why we'll do this in the source format. Uh, you can also try skip pipeline, but I guess it'll require you some kind of a deep expertise. And I would suggest, if you haven't done even a single project, uh, first go through source format, get yourself acquainted and yourself familiar with Copado terminologies, how features work in Copado, how you deploy, and maybe then you can try and skipping the pipeline. So let's see what. So YouTube for SOPs. Makes sense. Okay, continue. So I'll give you same tube for SOPs. So unique username to create your Copado org. So you can give end usually email, but then again followed by, if you want it, org wise. So that's just nomenclature basically. Username, you can leave it as your email as well. By default, in your profile with whatever email you have submitted, so at the backend, the email would be selected by default. That, so once you submit, so whatever will be happening in a new in a production org, which is valid for 30 days. And Copado, all Copado apps will be installed in that org. And again, So there is one org in which your Copado will be installed, and there would be handler orgs like your ALM application lifecycle management would be happening for separate orgs. But the org in which Copado is installed, the all the other orgs which runs in your application lifecycle management will by default be registered in this YT4 SOPs org where Copado will be installed. So that's the crust basically. So you can consider it as an orchestration org where Copado packages are installed. So you need to submit it, and so what happens is I need to wait for an email, but so I've opened up my email. So I'll let that email come, and then I'll till then I'll pause. Maybe. All right, we are back again, and I believe it's around 8-10 minutes. So this page as such seems kind of frozen, but I'm keeping a track of my emails. Yeah, there is an email, and let's see. So it's asking me to verify my account, and this is again, as you saw, my username, verify account. So it's sent an OTP. Uh, yeah, so there is that. I copied, pasted, verify, and I need to configure a password. Uh, I know it's weak. I'm born in Allahabad, so change password, and it should be okay, I guess, by now. Yeah, so see my org. This is the org where all Copado related stuffs will be installed. But we'll visit this. But before that, I'll just where the the entire flow for setting up the playground is there. Let's see. Let's do something. Let's refresh it. And it should progress. Yeah, your Copado trial log has been created. Please look for a confirmation email. We did that. So I would continue. What it would do next is, yeah, login with Salesforce. Again, it should, okay. So we have set up password, not a strong one, but it should be okay for now. And yeah, so we need to give it permission so that, the Copado can, all the user APIs, the URL identities and everything it can access. That's how it would function basically, and we need to allow that. And Copado DevOps. Yeah. So you successfully authenticated your trilog. Now next steps would be the configuration. So now Copado by default would, the playground would connect to your GitHub. So yeah, it presently supports GitHub, and that's what you need to connect for now. The default configuration, please. So I'll click on GitHub. Last to access even GitHub, I believe. So it shows as working. So, so I'll check. So this is my GitHub. I'll see if it's doing something. No, nothing that I see yet. Hmm. Maybe it's doing something in the background. So, but it shows that it's working. So what even on my last pause, I did not do anything behind the scenes. So now uh, it's proceeded next. So it's doing some sort of configuring the setup scripts to configure the repository into the with my Copado instance basically. So nothing Yeah, what was the name? Yeah, you see. Now see, so that's the repository it has, and this is the basically source format pipeline, YT4 source, because that's the name of the org. If you remember in the first prompt we we entered, so it's configured. So everything, it's a blank repository to start off with. But again, as you see. So, and what happens is many a times I have noticed that it gets stuck, but the steps would be the same. So as soon as you refresh, sometimes you will see, yeah, now you see the first one gets completed and now it's moved ahead. So what I'll do, I'll keep this maybe on pause for a bit because I don't want to cover, take you through that pain. So I'll pause it and we'll come back. Yeah, back, all the steps are completed. Even it has created the Scratchog environments for source format. So when I say Scratchog environments and source format, so what I mean to say is the repository is configured, the environment, the pipeline. So it's taken the source format stuff. Now what happened is that there are, let's say, 5 6 scratch orgs that behind the scenes have been created. One of the scratch org acting as production, one of the scratch org as dev1, dev2, int, uat, and all of them have been interconnected in its ALM within Copado. I'll be showing you, but behind the scenes, it has done a lot of work. So again, those are not the production orgs, but the scratch orgs. And as far as I can recall, previously what Copado used to give the production orgs and sandboxes within that production org. So there has been a limit. I guess it must be incurring cost to them, and instead of the actual orgs, I guess they did it kind of scratch orgs because even a new org is pluggable, or you can plug in even a new org into the Copado pipeline, and there's a pretty good video that is available, so we won't be covering that, but I'll be elaborating over what has happened behind the scenes, those who know very well. But that's all that has been happened in this. So let's continue from here. So clicked on continue, and now you need to connect the one what you did for your try log. You need to, yeah, so I don't think it should be asking anything now. It's funny when you say something in YouTube and you prove to be incorrect a second later. Yeah, yeah. It did not ask because we previously only kind of authenticated it. But all these orgs that have been created, I told you I won't be doing anything at the back end. So what must have had happened? I didn't even check my email. So you see, all my sandboxes have been set up behind the scenes, and I need to, the way I did for the trial org, I'll do for one of the orgs, let's say. So if you see, so this like one for INT, I received an email. So what I'll do, I'll reset password for my INT. Yeah, so if the password's reset, so now what will happen? It's fine, it's cool. So now what will happen is so it's like I did for INT, I need to do for, there's these many orgs, because one org it will be the production, one would be hotfix, UAT, INT, dev1 and dev2. So and I have received emails for all the orgs like hotfix, dev1, UAT, production, dev2. So what I'll do, it won't make any sense keeping you guys, going through this process, but I'll pause the video. I'll do login alt, set the passwords for all these orgs, and we'll come back. I won't be doing anything else, I assure. So, so I have set passwords for all my orgs, for all the emails I have addressed. So what I'll be doing now, productions SFP, I need to allow. And yes, likewise for all the orgs, we'll be following the same setup. Yeah, I'll do for these orgs and would again make it to pause. Uh, all are done. This is the last job. So I'll just allow this as well. Should be good now. And you know, if it makes any sense. So yeah, this is my repository so far. Um, everything is seems good now. Every org is connected. So let me again refresh it to see. Yeah, so the continue button is enabled, which was disabled previously. So so it's doing some sort of source format finishing. So not sure what exactly, but uh, there's no change happening to my Git as of now. Everything is like same as previous. And let's see. And I, oh, okay. So maybe I need to wait over here. So what I'll do, I'll again. So I like previously, I did not do any changes as such. So I'll put you guys on pause, or I'll pause this video till it's okay to go ahead from here. But because I've seen this sometimes getting stuck till 15-20 minutes, doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So I'll put on pause till then. Quick check if anything changed. I'll simply refresh. Ah, no, nothing's changed. Ah, it did. So it's complete, and let me click continue and enjoy. So we created a new playground, Copado playground. So your Copado org is ready. So if I see, I'm gonna enjoy. So if you see, so YouTube for shops, and this is my Copado org. So yeah, and these are the scratch orgs. And you know what I have been meaning to say, like how these have been registered. All these are nothing but scratch orgs. How these have been registered in my Copado org, like how Copado org will be able to connect to all these. So for that, I'll open up my and yeah. So it's, and that's the best part. It's like, your Salesforce CLI, you don't need to provide credentials. It will automatically launch. So I guess it's a similar theory behind the scenes on, on the servers on where, it's configured. So if I see, what's the tab? I clicked on this and I'm waiting for it to respond. I've pipelines SFP pipeline manager source format. It's will it load? Hmm, it did. I didn't click anything. Yeah, all right. Now you're talking. So I'll just zoom out a bit, and you see that's how it has. Or it seems so. You have dev 1, dev 2, developers are working in dev 1 and dev 2. Then you have your INT. So whatever you are developing, you're promoting to INT. Similarly with dev 2, whatever you're working is from INT, from INT to UAT, and then to production, and from production, you're back promoting to hotfix. And similar theory goes with Dev 1 and Dev 2, but so it's beautifully, and then that's a good part, that instead of configuring all this, it being a playground, you have been given with this. Now you need to try out the various features, exercises, and deployment mod methodologies from Copado to see whether it fits your production model or not. But this is what I wanted to show you. All these are nothing but scratch orgs. Previously, these were the actual orgs. These were the sandboxes, and that's the change that I has seen from previous. It's been a long while, but so. So going ahead in the next video, what we'll be going through would be the Copado terminology, so that we get acquainted when we say pipeline, when we say environment, when we say credentials, what do we actually mean? So that we would be, again theory, but I'll ensure that we cover it in quick bit, and I guess it's more than the time I expect in this video, but I just want things to be thorough so that if it helps everyone, yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining into this video, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. And if you like what we are doing here, please subscribe and like the video. Subscribe to the ForceOps channel for more such content. And as I assured, after 2 3 videos we'll be going into more technical stuff and what we ask in the interview and those lines. Thank you. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. Yeah.